You are an older man now, perhaps in your 40s, 50s, or even 60s. Life has shaped you through challenges, lessons, and experience. Then, unexpectedly, a younger woman comes into your life. She is romantic, curious, and full of energy. More importantly, she gives you genuine attention, not just casual politeness. That feeling sparks something inside you again. It feels refreshing and exciting. And this is where many men begin making terrible mistakes. When an older man becomes attracted to a younger woman, he often starts to change. He forgets his self-worth, his life experience, and his inner strength. Instead of standing firm, he begins to adjust himself to fit her world. He softens his character, loses his edge, and slowly drifts away from who he truly is. The moment that change happens, everything changes. She no longer sees a confident, grounded man. Instead, she sees someone trying too hard, and attraction begins to fade. This is not about criticism, it is about awareness. You must protect your identity, your self-respect, and your strength. Attraction should never make you lose your center. A composed man moves with intention. He doesn't chase, and he doesn't abandon himself. Today's topic is not just dating tips, it is about principles that help you maintain your value. Now let's get started. First, never try to behave like someone her age. You don't share the same life experience, and that is not a disadvantage, it is your advantage. Many older men make the mistake of copying younger habits, trends, or lifestyles to fit in. But in doing so, they lose what makes them distinct. Women can sense when effort becomes forced. It feels unnatural, and that alone can weaken attraction without you knowing it. Your age is not something to hide, it is your greatest asset. You have gone through struggles, growth, and transformation that build presence and depth. A younger woman isn't looking for a copy of herself, she is attracted to qualities she hasn't fully developed yet: calmness, confidence, and stability. When you stop trying to match her energy and instead stay grounded in who you are, you naturally become more attractive. Second, don't fall into the role of her emotional support system. This is a common trap. She may begin opening up about her problems, her past, and her feelings. You listen, wanting to help, and it makes you feel valued. But over time, you become her emotional outlet. She reaches out when she's low and shares everything with you. It may feel like closeness, but it's not the same as attraction, it is dependency. There's a clear difference between being present and being used as emotional support. A strong man listens without taking on everything. He remains calm and doesn't try to fix every issue. He protects his peace. If she brings emotional instability, he stays steady. That balance creates respect. When you remain centered, she sees your strength. But the moment you become her emotional crutch, she stops viewing you with the same level of attraction. Third, never seek validation from her. This is a very common mistake. You begin giving more compliments, waiting on her messages, and adjusting your behavior just to keep her interested. Over time, you start depending on her approval, and that weakens your position. The moment you rely on validation, you lose control. You stop leading and begin trying to please. Even if she doesn't say it, she notices the change. A man who truly understands his worth doesn't need approval from a woman. His confidence comes from within. When you remain grounded and self-assured, you don't depend on her reactions, and that naturally builds attraction. If she delays responding, you stay focused on your own life. You don't chase or become anxious. You remain composed, and that is what preserves your value and presence. Fourth, don't try to impress her. This is where many men go wrong. They overthink, overplan, and put in too much effort trying to say or do the right thing. But that creates pressure and makes you seem like you are trying to win her over. In doing so, you lose your natural confidence. A strong man doesn't perform, he leads. He makes decisions calmly, acts with intention, and doesn't feel the need to prove himself. True leadership is quiet. It's not about being loud or forceful, it is about direction and confidence. You decide what to do, communicate clearly, and stay relaxed. When you lead, she feels secure. When you try too hard to impress, she feels tension. That difference matters. The more natural and composed you are, the more attractive you become. Real strength is simple and consistent. Fifth, don't rush into imagining a future. This is a little but dangerous mistake. You meet her, and your mind starts creating stories about what could be. You picture long-term possibilities and build a future in your head, but this leads to false attachment. You stop seeing things as they are. You ignore red flags and accept behavior you normally wouldn't. In the end, you become attached to an idea instead of the real person. Stay present. Pay attention to her actions, not just her words. Don't rush emotionally. Real connections take time to develop. Patterns reveal more than promises ever will. When you stay grounded, you protect yourself from overinvesting too soon. You remain aware, in control, and emotionally balanced, while others get lost in their own expectations. Sixth, never allow yourself to become her backup option. This happens more often than people admit. She gives you attention occasionally, disappears, then returns when she needs comfort, and you accept it. You may think she's unsure, but the truth is simple, you are not her priority. You're her convenience. And if you accept that role, you lose respect, not just from her, but from yourself. A strong man walks away from situations that feel one-sided. He doesn't stay where he isn't valued. He sets boundaries without needing to argue or explain. He protects his time and energy. When you stop being constantly available, the dynamic changes. She either steps up or fades away, and either outcome works in your favor because you've chosen self-respect over settling. Seventh, never abandon your mission because of her. This is the most important rule of all. Your mission in life must always come first. The moment you start rearranging your life around her, you lose direction. You neglect your goals, delay your plans, and focus too much on her. Gradually, you lose your identity, and that's when attraction disappears completely. A man with purpose is naturally attractive. He continues moving forward regardless of who enters his life. He doesn't stop or lose focus. Staying committed to your goals builds strength, stability, and confidence. A woman respects a man with direction but loses interest in one who loses himself. Stay focused on your path, no matter what. In the end, this all comes down to awareness and self-control. You're not here to chase anyone, you're here to build yourself. When you stay grounded, everything shifts. Attraction happens naturally. Respect follows automatically. And most importantly, you remain in control of your life.